Hello students, today our concept in determinants, properties of determinant. So these are the most important properties. If you learn these properties means in the entrance point of view or in theory problems also, you can solve that problems in simple way. One simple example. Suppose if you want to calculate determinant of 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024 means if I multiply and simplify, this is time taken. So if I subtract 222 minus 221, 1 will come here. So if I take this is 1, this is 1 means, so 2021 minus 2023, nothing but minus 2 will come. So, sir, how you return 1 means, just I will apply property of determinant. So, I will tell how we have to apply, when we should apply, which property we have to apply in properties of determinants. This is most important concept. So that each and every property you should analyze, you should understand, you should apply in proper way, so that you should learn properly. Now, first property you observe. The value of a determinant remains unchanged, means no changes in the value, its value. When? If its rows and columns, are interchanged. When did you learn rows and columns are interchanged? Which matrix you learned? Means that is symmetric matrix. Means directly. Suppose A is symmetric matrix means determinant of symmetric matrix is equal to, means determinant of A equal to determinant of A transpose. Both determinants will be same. Now, actually, sometimes they will ask 2 marks question. How they will ask in theory? Prove that the value of the determinants remains unchanged if its rows and columns are interchanged. Like that question they will ask. So, you have to write the proof like this. Just you observe, let delta is equal to, you have to assume one determinant. So, that is, I am taking A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Now we are expanding along first row, plus, minus, plus. You observe. This is, plus means you have to select this element, corresponding column, corresponding row we have to close it. So already last class we discussed how to expand one determinant, that is important. So A1 into, you tell me, you close this column and this row, B2 C3 minus C2 B3 minus A1 into, A2 into, corresponding column, corresponding row we have to close. See, this column, this row we have to close, B1 C3 minus B3 C1. See, B1 C3 minus B3 C1. Next, plus last element is A3. If I close this column and this corresponding row, B1 C2. So this is B1 C2 minus B2 C1. So this is the value of the determinant, that is delta. Now we are assuming let delta 1 be the determinant obtained by interchanging rows and columns in delta. So what is the delta 1 means? This is the determinant obtained by interchanging rows and columns in delta. This is delta only, no? Rows and columns are interchanged, or you can take this is as delta dash also, no problem. So delta dash is equal to, so first row become first column, nothing but A1, A2, A3. Second row nothing but second column, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Yesterday last class we discussed whatever the means one determinant you can expand any row or any column, means any is one of the 6 ways, means 3 rows wise, 3 columns wise. If you expand, there is no changes in the value of the determinant. So now for simple identification purpose, just we are expanding the determinant along the first column, so that signs I am changing. So last class I told how to change signs, plus minus plus minus plus minus, this is plus minus plus, so like that we have to change. So first column if I choose means, so these are the signs I have to take. So this is plus minus plus. So along the first column we are expanding means, so clearly A1 into, you close this column and this row, B2 C3, B2 C3 minus B3 C2, B3 C2 minus A2 into, minus A2 into, see this row corresponding column B1 C3, B1 C3 minus B3 C1, see B1 C3 minus B3 C1 plus A3 into, plus A3 into, you close third row first column B1 C2, that is B1 C2 minus B2 C1. So that you have to write the value of the determinant like this, means delta dash we written. Just you observe RHS parts, whatever the same terms appearing, see A1 B2 C3 minus B3 C2, whatever C2 B3 or B3 C2 both will be same. These two also same, then these two also same. So that clearly delta is equal to delta dash, delta equal to delta dash. So what is the concept here? The value of the determinant remains unchanged, means no changes in the value of the determinant when, if two rows, means if it's rows and columns, both rows and columns are interchanging. So indirectly delta means determinant of A equal to determinant of A dash. Here sometimes based on this application, one mark question they will ask. How they will ask 1 mark question? See. If A be a square matrix, whose determinant is 4, then find the value of the determinant of A dash. The value of the determinant of A dash. What is the property here? Determinant of A value, determinant of A dash or A transpose, both are same. So what is the determinant of A? Nothing but 4. Determinant of A dash is also 4. So like that you have to write the answer in 2 marks question. In CET level questions also they will ask most important concepts here. So most important concept means for entrance purpose compulsory in CET level or any entrance JEE Main or whatever the entrance purpose, even in NDA also maximum they will ask problems from the means based on these properties of determinants only, so that you should learn properly. Next, if you want, I will give one example. Example in this case, not necessary. Just if you apply like this on application means enough. So you observe. Suppose determinant of 1, 2, 3, 4. How much it is? This is delta I am taking. Or determinant of A you take. One matrix determinant is like this very time. So from this is 4 minus 6. Nothing but minus 2. What is the determinant of A transpose? If they ask. Transpose means first row become first column. 1, 2. Second row becomes second column. That is 3, 4. So, cross multiplication. This is 1 into 4, 4. Minus 2 into 3, 6. Nothing but minus 2. See? This is minus 2, this is also minus 2. Therefore, determinant of A value, determinant of A transpose, both are same. So, this is the application of property 1. So, next second property. If any two rows or columns of a determinant are interchanged, then the value of the then the sign of the determinant changes. Sign of the value of the determinant you take. Sign of the determinant changes. Just you observe. We are taking delta means 1 determinant. So that is A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. So just you expand along first row, plus, minus, plus. So if I expand along first row, this is A1 into B2 C3, B2 C3, minus C2 B3, C2 B3, minus A2 into B1 C3, B1 C3, minus C1 B3, plus A3 into, you close this column and this row, B1 C2, minus B2 C1. So now we are writing delta 1. Let delta 1 be the determinant. Obtained by interchanging R1 row and R3 in delta. See here. Delta 1 be the determinant. This is obtained by interchanging R1 and R3 in delta. So that is delta 1. R1 become R3, R3 become R1. So what is now R1? C1, C2, C3. No changes in second row. B1, B2, B3. Then A1, A2, A3. Just you observe. Now we are taking, this is, we are expanding along third row because for identification purpose, just we are applying means expanding along third row plus, minus, plus. What are the third row symbols? What are the third row symbols? Plus, minus, plus. This is plus means like this. This is third row symbols. Now we are expanding along third row means what will get you tell? This is A1 into, you close this row and this column, C2, B3, C2 or just A1 along X, C1, C2, C3, B1, B2, B3. Okay. C2B3 minus B2C3. Next, minus A2 into C. You close this row and this column. C1B3, that is C1B3 minus C1B3 minus B1C3 plus A3 into you close this row and this column. C1B2 minus C1B2 minus B1C3. Now you observe, from this minus if I am taking common, what I have to write? A1 into, we have to interchange these two. How to interchange means B2C3 minus C2B3. Here also if I take minus common, already minus is there. Again if we take minus common means this will be as this only will be there. This is A2 into B1C3 minus C1B3 plus, here also minus common means A3 into this is what I have to write? B1C3 minus C1B3. Here if I take minus common means these two interchanging. So B1C2 minus C1B2. See here. This one same or not you have to observe. A1B2C3 minus C2B3 minus A2 B1C3 minus C1B3 plus A3 into B1C2 minus C1B2. So this is delta 1. So clearly you observe delta 1 is equal to minus of delta. So this is most important property. Whenever two rows or two columns are interchanged, not only two rows, if you interchange any two columns means the value of the determinant sign will be changes. The sign of the determinant changes. Previous means unchanged. When both rows and columns are interchanged, previous property. In this property, only two rows or two columns interchange. Then the value of the determinants means changes. Means sign of the determinant. Suppose previously plus 2 is there. After interchanging any two rows or two columns means minus 2 will come. Suppose 12 is there. This becomes minus 12. So any two rows or any two columns are interchanged means then the sign of the determinants means changes. Plus 2 is there, minus 2. Minus 13 is there, plus 13, like that we have to identify. You know already what is the symbolically how to represent R1 and R3 means. This is we can write R1 interchanges R3 we have to write. So in the examination you have to write such type of symbols. So that point you have to remember. Now we will take one example based on this determinant. Just I will take 1 2 by 2 3 by 3 matrix. See, just I am taking delta as this is 2 minus 3 5 6 0 4 1 5 minus 7. See there, 2 minus 3 5 6 0 4 1 5 minus 7. What is the determinant? Just to expand along first row. Along first row if I expand means what you will get, you tell me. This is 2 into, you close this row and this column, 0 minus 4 into 5 that is 20 minus of minus 3 that is plus 3. Now if I close this column and this row, 4 into minus 7, that is minus 42 minus 4 into minus 7, 1 into 4 plus 5 into, you close this column and this row, 6 into 5, 30 minus 0. So how much it is? Minus 40 minus 46 into 3, 120 minus 46 into 3 means 120, 138. So plus 150. Finally, how much it is? This is 110. 110 means minus 28. So the answer is minus 28. This determinant. If I interchange, applying C. Applying C1 interchanges C2. You observe. C1, C2 if I interchange, that is, what will get you observe? That is delta 1 I am taking. So C1, C2 interchanges, that is minus 3, 0, 5. This is 2, 6, 1. Minus 4 means second column as first column as second column, we interchange. Next, no changes in the third column, 5, 4, minus 7. Now you can expand any row or any column. So just I am expanding first row only, whether we will get sign changes or not. Means, if I apply this property means, what we should get? Plus 28. Whether we will get or not, we have to see. Now you observe, minus 3 into, you close this column and this row, minus 42, minus 42, minus 4. Okay. Next. Minus 2 into, you close this column and this row, 0, 0, minus 20, plus 5 into, you close this column and this row, this is 0, minus 30, 0, minus 30. You observe, this is again minus 46 into minus 3 means, that is 138. Plus 40 minus how much it is? 150. See here, 138, 178 minus 150, nothing but plus 28. See, previously we got minus 28. If I apply it, means any two rows or any two columns. Now we interchange C1, C2. So both the columns are interchanged means what we got? Plus 28. So like this you have to answer the question. This based on property number 2 means, you remember, whenever two rows or two columns are interchanged means, then the value of the sign of the determinant will be reversed. In the problems, how we have to apply? See here. In the problems, how we have to apply? This property application we'll see once. Suppose one determinant, just I am taking like this, determinant A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Just we are applying R1 interchanging R2. R1 interchanging R2. So whenever you are interchanging R1 and R2 means the sign of the determinant become reverse. Here already plus is there, this becomes minus. After writing minus, what we have to write? R1 become R2, R2 become R1. So what is R1 now? D, E, F. What is R2 now? A, B, C. No changes in R3, that is G, H, I. So like that we have to apply. Suppose again two rows or two columns are interchanging means again this minus becomes plus. You remember already minus is there after interchanging, after after applying this operation, this becomes plus. Already plus is there, this becomes minus. So that point you have to remember. These are the applications we are going to write in the while you are solving the problem. So that point you have to identify. Next. Property number 3. If any two rows are columns are identical, then the value of the determinant is 0. You see question? Any two columns are identical. So what is the meaning of two rows or two columns are identical? Just you observe. We are assuming one delta means like this. Delta is equal to, so A1, B1 or A2 only you take. A1, A2, A3. Second row A, B, C. A, B, C. Now you observe. Two rows or two columns are identical means just C1, C2 you observe. C1, C2. This is C1, this is C2. Here A1, A2. A, B. So these two are not identical, means same. Identical means suppose 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. These are the identical. Or suppose these multiples, 1 multiple 2, 2 multiple of this is 4, this is 6. In terms of their multiples are there. So these two are this. Suppose this is R1 means this is R2. These two rows are identical. But columns are not identical because this is 1, 2, 2, 4. 1, 3, here 1, 3, 3, 6. Okay, columns also identical. So like that, what is the identical meaning means corresponding elements must be same or multiples of the corresponding elements. Then the value of the determinant always 0. So that point you have to remember. Now you observe. Just we are expanding along the first row or first column. Just I am taking first row plus, minus, plus. You tell me. This is A1 into BC minus BC minus A2 into, you close this column, AC minus AC plus A3 into AB minus AB. So what we got? This is 0. That is 0, 0, 0. So completely 0 only answer. So that in any determinant, two rows or two columns are identical. Means corresponding elements are same in any two particular rows or particular columns. Or all the elements of a row expressed as multiples of other row or other column, corresponding elements of other row or other column, then the value of the determinant always 0. One application will give. See here. What is that application? Determinant of 3, 5, 2. Any one randomly you take 0, minus 7, 4, 3, 5, 2. So this is R1 row, this is R2 row. R1 and R2 identical. So two rows, see 3, 3, 5, 5, 2, 2. Corresponding elements are same only, no? So these two are identical. So symbolically you can write like this also. R1 and R3, not R2, R3 identical. So R1 and R3 identical means symbolically you can write like this also. R1 identical, R3. So then the value of the determinant always 0. So you no need to expand this determinant. After identifying like this, simply you can take R1 and R2 identicals and then the value of the determinant is 0. So one more question also you can answer like this only. So no need to expand. If you expand also you will get same answer 0. No doubt about it. So directly without expanding how to tell means R1 and R3 identical means then the value of the determinant always 0. Without expanding you can tell directly by observing any two rows or any two columns means corresponding elements are identical. Identical means same elements, corresponding elements are same. Corresponding means see one first element, second element, third element. Either equal or multiples of the corresponding elements. Suppose 3, here 6 if I write, 5, this is 10, this is 2, this is 4. Now this determinant is 0. So like that we have to identify the property. Okay. Next, property number 4 you observe. This is another important property. If every element of a row or a column, so you have to understand the concept. Every element of a row or column of a determinant is multiplied by k, then the value of the determinant is multiplied by k. So first I am taking one determinant, that is delta we are assuming. What is that delta means? First one is A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. You observe, just we are expanding this determinant along the first row, plus, minus, plus. So no doubt about it, expansion A1 into B2 C3, B2 C3 minus C2 B3 minus A2 into B1 C3, B1 C3 minus B3 C1 plus A3 into B1 C2, B1 C2 minus B2 C1. This is the determinant. Now, one determinant delta 1 I am taking. So K into A1, K into A2, K into A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. What is the concept here? Every element of a row or a column of a determinant is multiplied by k. Now we are choosing first row, means all the elements are multiplying with a constant k, one non-zero constant k. So this is k means non-zero constant. That point you have to remember. Multiplying with k, then the value of the determinant is k times of that delta we have to write. See. Again this determinant expanding along first row only. This is plus, minus, plus. You tell me. K into A1 into, that is B2 C3 minus C2 B3. Minus K into A2 B1 C2 minus B3 C1 plus K into A3, that is B1 C2 minus B2 C1. You observe K, here also K. K if I take common, then what will left? A1 into, that is B2 C3 minus C2 B3 minus A2 into B1 C2 minus B3 C1 plus A3 into B1 C2 minus B2 C1. Very clear. Can I write this is K into delta only? K into delta we have to write. So now you read the statement once again. Every element of a row or a column of a determinant is multiplying with a non-zero constant K, then the value of the determinant is multiplied by K. So this is multiplied by K. So this is K into delta times we have to write. Means K times of delta. Actually, this is another important property. Why we are solving the problems, how to write the answer. See, means how to apply this property. That is most important. Now you observe. Suppose in any determinant, first row, suppose delta into A1, delta into A2, delta into A3. Second row, suppose some mu into B1, mu into B2, lambda mu into B3, some constants. This is some K into C1, K into C2, K into C3. All the elements of first row multiplying with lambda means lambda you write. All the second row elements multiplying with mu you write. All the third row elements multiplying with K means K you write. Means you can take common. So that is what we left here. A1, A2, A3. Then B1, B2, B3. C1, C2, C3. Now, like that we have. Means, you remember one concept. In the matrices means, see here. Suppose K into A means multiplication of a matrix by a scalar means each and every element we have to multiply. In determinants not like that. Suppose if you want to multiply, one simple example, I will give another simple example. Suppose one determinant of a matrix I am taking. Determinant of A is equal to, suppose A, B, C, D. Suppose if you want to multiply one number, suppose K if I multiply one number to this determinant, here multiplying means somewhere we have to divide. See here, multiplying means first row or first column. See here, this is A by K, C by K. No changes in the first row, second column. You observe. Sir, why you are doing like that means, see here multiplying means any one row or any one column you have to divide. Multiplying, dividing, because determinant means it is a number. It is a number. For example, x is there. Multiplying with 2 means dividing with also 2 we have to write. So based on this concept, so determinant of it is there. If you want to multiply with non-zero constant K means at the same time you have to choose any row or any column. So if you are choosing first column means all that elements divided by this what you multiplied here K means here you have to divide. Sir, why you are dividing like that means I will tell again. So this is K is there only now. What I told, all the elements of any row or any column multiplying with the non-zero constant. What is the non-zero constant? 1 by K. So you can take that is 1 by K as common. So remaining what we left? This is A, B, C, D. Now K cancel. Again what you got? Again delta only. So multiplying means dividing. Dividing means multiplying. Suppose if you want to divide it means dividing with 1 by 2. Suppose dividing with 1 by 3. You have to choose any row or any column. Suppose I am choosing second row. No changes in first row. A, B. You have to multiply because here dividing means you have to multiply here. How to multiply? 2C, 2D. Dividing means multiplying. Sir, where we have to multiply means any row or any column you have to choose. But all the whatever you are choosing row only, no, all that elements you have to multiply. That non-zero constant. So that is most important concept. Now one more. Previously, means yesterday I told one formula. Determinant of 2a equal to 4 into determinant of a 1%. See. Now I am taking. Suppose k into 1 matrix A I am taking. So k into 1 matrix means all the elements are, first I will take 1 matrix A. See. That is A11, A12, A13, B11, B12, B13, C11, C12, C13. This is 1 matrix. What is 2A or KA if I take? KA. What is KA matrix means? You observe. K into A11, K into A12, K into A13. Next, second row, K into B11, K into B12, K into B13, K into C11, K into C12, K into C13. See? Ka we written. Ka means multiplication of a matrix by a scalar. Means each and every element of A we have to multiply with k. Suppose determinant of k if I take. So what I have to write symbol here? Determinant of these elements. Now according to this property, first row multiplying with the same constant, that is k. You take k common. Second row element also multiplying with the same constant. Again k you take common. Third row element multiplying with the same constant. Again k you take common. So now what you left? What you left? So this is A11, A11, A12, A13, B11, B12, B13, C11, C12, C13. Again what we got? K into K means K cube into determinant of A. Again we got determinant of A only. You see, determinant of K, what is order of this matrix? 3 by 3. Then what we got? Determinant of K equal to K cube into determinant of A. Similarly, R is 2 by 2 means determinant of k equal to k square into determinant of a. R is n means determinant of k equal to k power n into determinant of a. So this is most important property you have to remember. So this is the application of fourth property. One more problem I will take. One more question, they will ask question like this. See. How they will ask? If determinant of A is equal to sum 2, then find, and the order of the square, order of this matrix is 3 by 3 I am taking. So if ABA square matrix of order 3 and its determinant is 2, then the find determinant of 2A they will ask question. What is the determinant of 2A? Or determinant of 4A you take. Determinant of 4A. So what is this? How it is like determinant of Ka type. So what is the formula? Determinant of Ka means k power n. What is the order of this matrix? Means 3 into determinant of A. So 4 cube nothing but 64 into 2 that is 128. So like this, one more question they will ask. So determinant of Ka equal to k power n into determinant of A, where n is the order of the matrix. So they will give order of the matrix. They are not giving order of the matrix means you can write the data is insufficient. So like that you have to answer. Okay. Next property number 5. If some or all elements of a row or a column of a determinant are expressed as sum of 2 or more terms, then the determinant also can be expressed as sum of 2 or more determinants. Sum of 2 or more determinants. So what is the previous property? Determinant of k equal to k power n into determinant of A. K power n into determinant of A means we can take common from any row or any column if the elements are common. Means if any row or any column multiplying with the common constant, that is constant, you can take common. So you can take common means just I will give one more example for that one. See, suppose delta equal to 102, 18, 36, 1, 3, 4, 17, 3, 6. You observe. This is 3. How you can expand without expanding? How to tell answer? This is 17, 102, 3, 18, 6, 36. Very clear. This is 3 is multiple of 18 is multiple of 3, 102 multiple of 17, 36 multiple of 6. I told clearly these two rows are identical. How they are identical means corresponding elements are same, or the corresponding elements are means one row all the elements this is row expressed as multiples of another row. So this is multiple corresponding. This is the multiples of corresponding elements. How to identify? See, this is can you write 6 into 17? Can I write 6 into 3? Can I write this is 6 into 6? So this is 1, 3, 4, 17, 3, 6. Now you observe. If you choose first row, all these elements multiplying with the common constant 6, 6, 6. So you can take 6 common. 6 common. So then what you left here? 17, 3, again 3. Then this is 6. Next 1, 3, 4. This is 17, 3, 6. You observe. 17, 17, 3, 3, 6, 6. So R1, R3 identical. So then the value of the determinant is 0. So 6 into 0, nothing but 0 is the answer. So without expanding, how to expand the means how to write the value of the determinants means by using properties of determinant. So that point you have to remember. Next, you see this property number 5. Property number 5. If some or all elements expressed as 2 or more, some or all elements of a row or a column of a determinant expressed as sum of 2 or more terms. Sum of 2 or more terms. One simple example I am taking. Suppose A11 plus lambda, A12 plus lambda or mu, if I take, or lambda 1, lambda 2 I will take, lambda 1, lambda 2, A13 plus lambda 3, B11, B12, B13, C11, C12, C13. Very clear. For all the elements of first row, see here, if some are all elements of a row or a column of a determinant expressed as sum of two or more terms. See, if you choose all the first row elements expressed as sum of the two terms, a1 plus lambda 1, here two terms, these are the two terms, these are the two terms. So this determinant also expressed as sum of the two determinants. Sum of the two determinants means, how to write means, see, this is a11, a11, a12, a13, b11, b12, b13, c11, c12, c13 plus. For all the first elements are written. Then second elements. What are the second elements? Lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, b11, b12, b13, c11, c12, c13. Like that we have to express. Then how to prove means, LHS if you expand means automatically RHS will come. So what is LHS part you observe? Just we are expanding LHS part. So a11 plus lambda 1 into, you tell me. If I close, see here. If I close, this is plus sign, this is minus sign, this is plus sign. B11, B12, C13, B12, C13 minus C12, B13 minus of A12 plus lambda 2. So if I close this column and this row, B11, C13, B11, C13 minus C11, B13, C11, B13 plus A13 plus lambda 3 into, you see, you close this row and that column, B11, C12, B11, C12 minus C11, B12. See here. This is expansion of LHS. Expansion of LHS, again how to rewrite? How to rewrite? See here, first A11, these terms. A11 into these terms means B11, C13 minus C12, B13 minus A12 into the terms B11, C13 minus C11, B13 plus A13 into B11, C12 minus C11, B12. This is first terms. If I write means like this we got plus. Now I am taking second terms. What are the second terms you observe? Lambda 1 into, again same terms, B11, C13, C12, B13 minus lambda 2 into B11, C13, C11, B13 plus lambda 3 into B11, C12, C11, B12. Clear? See here, A11 into this term minus A12 into this term plus A13 into this term means first one. Second terms, lambda 1 into this term minus lambda 2 into this term plus lambda 3 into this term. So, first part you observe. What I have to write first part, just you observe this one, first part. If If you observe clearly, A11, A minus A12, A13 means first row what I have write A11, A12, A13. Then what I have write B11, B12, B13, C11, C12, C13 plus. Second terms you observe. Lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. So what I have write lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. Again what I have write B11, B12, B13, C11, C12, C13. See, previous given determinant C once again. Some or all the elements of a row or a column of a determinant expressed as sum of the two or more terms, then the sum of the more terms, then the determinant also can be expressed as sum of the two or more determinants. Sum of the two terms are there, sum of the two determinants. Sum of the three terms are there, sum of the three determinants. Like that we have to expand. See, I will give one more example for this concept. Because you have to understand these properties properly, just you observe. X plus A, X plus B, X plus C plus D is there. Enough two terms. Then A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. For the first column elements expressed as sum of the two terms, also this determinant can be expressed as sum of the two determinants. How to express? X, D, E, X, F, G, X, H, I. Second determinants, what are the first column elements means? A, B, C. See, A, B, C, D, D, F, H, E, G, I. Suppose one more term is there, lambda, mu, then gamma. Again one more determinant you can express. How to express? So that is lambda, mu, gamma. Remaining elements, this is D, F, H, E, H, I. See? Sum of the three terms are there, sum of the three determinants. Sum of the four terms are there, sum of the four determinants we can express. So this is the concept of this property. So this is most important property you have to remember. Then one example. Show that determinant are A, B, C, A plus 2x, B plus 2y, C plus 2z, again x, y, z equal to 0 we have to prove. What you observe here, second row elements expressed as sum of the two terms, means this determinant also we have to express. Just I am taking LHS part. A, B, C, A, here first terms, A, B, C, here x, y, z, plus second elements, first row no changes, A, B, C. What are the second elements? 2x, 2y, 2z, again x, y, z. R1, R2 identical, so this determinant is 0, no doubt about it. Can I take 2 common here? Because all the elements multiply with some constant means you can take a common from that row. A, B, C, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. Again R2, R3 identical. So again this determinant A into 0 nothing but, sorry, this is 2 only, no? So 2 if I take common means 2 into 0, nothing but 0. So the value of the determinant always 0. So without expanding we are proving. If you by directly expanding means you can write also almost all, sorry, 100% you will get 0. Without expanding by using properties of determinants means you have to proceed like this. So these are the problems based on this property number 5. Okay.